Hey everyone, how are you doing? Are you having a good evening? I will be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to make the live tonight because we've been at the SEC this afternoon, getting all set up for the show, which starts tomorrow. I can't believe it starts tomorrow. But we are ready. Everything is set up, everything is prepared. Our make and take packs are prepared. So yeah, for everybody who's coming to the show, can't wait to see you. It's going to be great. Make sure you come by and see us. Our stand is K09 Kilo 9. Pop on by. Come to us first so that you can get booked in for the make and take slot. And then yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing everyone to crafting with you. Hey Ali, hey Karen. Right, but onto the good stuff. So, and I say that an awful lot of the stuff in my craft room is now sitting in the SECC. So I was thinking, what am I going to do on my Facebook Live? But I have had my new order of sneak peek items, which I'm going to share with you. And then I've got a new kit. And so I am trusting that all I need is a pair of scissors. Because everything else is at the show. My pencil case, my trimmer, my bone folders, everything is at the SEC. So let me flick down to the good stuff and show you what I've got to show you. Right, so first of all, Meandering Meadows. This is the new designer series paper. Part of me is feeling guilty for showing you this because most of you won't be able to get it. This is only... Oh no, actually, this one is an online exclusive, which is going to be going live in November. Yeah, so you will be able to get your hands on these soon enough. These papers are just beautiful. So they're almost like painted masterpieces. Hey Julie. So you've got this on one side. They're 6x6, and then just like a plain print on the other. So let's go through these in turn. So you've got, you could just put that in a frame by itself, but this with a little sentiment along the top. Again, just the plain on the background. Let's go through each of these. I'll do it quickly so that we can get to the nice crafting side as well. So, beautiful flowers. Again, you can chop these up to add them onto your cards. The notelets are really good for using the 6x6 papers with. These are really, that's a lovely one. That's your... Actually, I never even told you what the colours were. There's a lot of colours in here. Balmy blue, basic black, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler crushed curry, fresh freesia garden green, granny apple green, heather, highland heather, lemon lime twist, melon mambo, night of navy, orchid oasis, pecan pie, petal pink, pumpkin pie, and shaded spruce. So a lot of colours in these. But you can see that. I mean, the artist has used their full palette to make these. They're just beautiful. Not particularly Christmassy. Not that everything has to be Christmassy this time of year. It's fine for us to have other kind of cards. I always feel sorry for people who've got birthdays in December because everything's all Christmassy. My uncle, he's born on Christmas Eve, and he used to joke that he would get a glove for his birthday, and then he would get the other one on Christmas Day as his Christmas present. So he wasn't quite that bad. Bit of a joker, my uncle. Look at that. That just looks to me like clouds. These papers are all beautiful. So yeah, that was definitely sunset. In fact, they go beautiful. That's on one side and that's on the other. You could like extend that up if you were doing scrapbooking. And then finally, these ones with those flowers as well. They're almost like the zoomed in versions of these. So yeah, 48 sheets in the pack, Meandering Meadows, online exclusive that's going to be available next month to general public. Demonstrators get a sneak peek this month, so we get them now. Right, the other items I'm showing you, these are ones that you can't get till January. Demonstrators will be able to get them in December when the sneak peek starts. But for those of us who are going to on stage in November, we got to buy them early. Can't wait. It's on stage at home. It's a virtual event. These are gift boxes. They might not look like gift boxes. These are square pillow boxes. So they've got score lines. They're glossy on one side. They are food safe, so you can. They're glossy on one side and they're matte on the other side. So you can stamp and ink and colour them however you choose. I'm just going to show you how these assemble. I haven't tried this before, but the score lines are really quite deep. So you just kind of fold along the score lines. Let me... I was worried about them bending, but they just kind of bend in the direction you need them to. So it helps if you like put your fingers on the other side and then just kind of push like that to get that crease to happen. And then these bits are self-adhesive. So we peel this off. I'm doing this live. I've never done this before. This is the first one out of the packet. Oh wow, this stuff is very sticky. When you put it in, you're going to want to get it right first time, because once it's stuck down, it's not coming off again. There we go. And let's do the other side, and then they kind of open at the top. They're really nice. I like this. I think if you were going to stamp on them or use blending brushes or whatever, it would be far easier to do it before you stuck them together rather than after. So that would be my key takeaway here. But let's just make sure that's stuck down nicely. And then these ones just pop in as well. And that's your little square pillow box. I think I would want to do it that way around. But aren't they cute? I think they're really nice. They're quite large as well. Let's see what size, if I put it onto my grid paper. Yeah, that's about 4 inches by 4 inches. And at least, an inch and 3/4 high. So they're quite cute. In fact, you know what? They'd be nice for Christmas as really big Christmas decorations. I mean, look, that's it in my hand. So you can see how big it is in comparison to that. So they're cute. Square pillow boxes. Then we've got... So this is the Sweet Sorbet ribbon. This is, what's it called? Bordered, like a grosgrain type ribbon. Let's... take this off. It feels nice. It's a nice ribbon. It ties nicely. This is always my indication of whether a ribbon is one that I'm going to use a lot or not. How well does it tie? But do you know what? That ties really beautifully. It's a nice ribbon. And Sweet Sorbet is a lovely shade of red as well. It's kind of like a pinkish red, but it is still definitely a red. So loving that. Next, we have got Be Mine Designer Series paper. Now, one of my friends is just nuts about bees. It's her logo for her Stampin' Up! Business. And so this was definitely going to be a set that she got. I wouldn't say I'm wild about bees, but these papers are really growing on me. They really are. So you've got the bees with the love hearts on one side, and then on the other, you've just got the yellow gingham. Then you've got these little honey pots, little jars of honey with the hearts on them. And actually there's a new stamp set coming out that's got bears on it. So the bears and the honey pots are perfect to go together. And then you've got these, like the red and white scrolls. It's like tiny little stitching effect. They're cute as well. Again, more of these tiny little bees. Be Mine. I can just imagine that. And then the little ones. I should have told you the colours at the start. Let me just flick on this. Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sweet Sorbet. So the ribbon that I showed you before would coordinate beautifully with these papers. I like that, the flowers. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. More with the flowers, lemon lime twist, and the little colours there, and then some pink and Sweet Sorbet stripes, And then finally more bees in amongst the leaves this time rather than the flowers. And then that sort of petal pink honeycomb effect on the back. So what do you think? Do you like the bee papers? Is this something that you might go for? Do you like that sort of cutesy cartoony effect? Do you prefer the more realistic effect? Because if you consider, you've got these are cutesy cartoony, whereas these are very like realistic art painting type things. So, or impressionist type paintings. It's two very, very different styles, but they're both lovely. Oh, hey, Mum. Wasn't expecting to see you tonight. Final thing to show you just on this suite is the stamp set and the matching punch that goes with this. Now, when I saw the punch at first, I was like, that's 2 hearts and a speech bubble. So there's so much I think you could do with that punch. But of course, it's designed to go with the bee set. So you've got the body of the bee, you've got the stripes with the stinger, and then you've got the little faces that go on there as well. So your bee would end up looking a bit like that. So in fact, I'll need to explore to see if you can actually punch out any of these bees with, oh no, of course you can't punch it out because you only get the body and the wings are there. But you can see the heart shaped is the wings. So that's these bits here for the wings of the bee. And then you've got the body and then these cute little faces, which you can have smiling, winking, squinting, kind of looking sideways. These are quite cute. So yeah, they're going to be coming for general customers next year. Demonstrators can get them super early. Hey, Paulette, watching from Canada. Well, hello to you over in Canada. And Mum, enjoy your dinner. Hope you enjoy watching it later. Finally, I'm going to show you the kit that I've got here, which is one of the new kits. It's a Christmas kit, and it is called Christmas Everywhere. It uses Lost Lagoon. Now, as you know, I normally use my large ink pads rather than open up the spots. But I told you at the start, loads of my stuff is at the show. So I'm going to have to open up this spot and use this one here instead of using my own ink pad because my Lost Lagoon is at the show. I didn't take all 50 colours with me to the show. I took the ones that I thought I was going to use. And the Lost Lagoon is one that I am planning on demoing with at the show. So there we go. Right, so what have we got? We've got this stamp set, Merry, Happy, Christmas, Warm Wishes, and then these little trees and a little like star snowflake type piece. You've got a clear block, you've got a spot of Lost Lagoon, and then you've got the pack here. So let's open this up and see what we've got. And I'm going to make one of each of the cards. So there's 3 different designs. I can hear the doorbell going. I'm hoping that my beloved husband's going to answer that. He might not. Actually, he's not in. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go answer the door. One moment. I'm very sorry about that. I didn't realise Royal Mail was still doing deliveries at 7:45 at night. But there you go, parcel for my beloved. Right, let's get back to the unboxing. So, as always, you've got the instructions, which tells you everything you need. It's got the ruler along the side. It tells us the colours that are in this kit. Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock, and Real Red. It's also got a thing that gives you the contents. I'm about to show you anyway, so let's open these up and have a look. So, moving that pillow box out of the way so I don't squash it. We've got the envelopes. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 envelopes. So the envelopes are all exactly the same. Plain white on the back, and then they've got this lovely real red lining inside. Put them there. A big sheet of dimensionals. Now these look like card blanks. Yeah, so we've got 3 card blanks there, the real reds. And we've got these. These are quite interesting. So these are layers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know why I've got 11 layers. This is intriguing. I am intrigued by this. Got more card blanks here. So 3 of these. That to me, yeah, that's Pretty Peacock. That shade, and Lost Lagoon is the paler shade. And then the Granny Apple Green, which is fast becoming my favourite green. With, what's the paler one? Doesn't say, but it looks an awful lot like Lemon Lime Twist. So you've got our 3 sets of 3 card blanks. Oh, these are super cute. These have got little bits of red glitter on them. Can you see that? Little trees. So there's 3 sheets of trees to poke out, and they're pre-cut, so they're just ones that you need to poke away. Cacti and palm trees. To be fair, this is the sort of kit that would do all year round, or would, well, no, it wouldn't do all year round because those are very clearly Christmas cacti and Christmas palm trees. But for our friends who live down south, as in Australia and New Zealand, I know it's not snowy at Christmas time for them, so I think those would be really festive options to have if you're in Australia. Then we've got these. So these are labels to stamp on in the 3 colours. Right, let's get to it. So just so you know, I am going to start with I'm going to start with the first one in the instructions, which is the garden green, the Granny Apple Green one. And then let me know whether you want me to do the red one next or the blue. But I'm going to start with green, and then whichever one you want me to do next, I'll do that one next. But I am going to do all 3 of them. If we've got time. I don't want to keep you guys here forever. So, right. So I'm going to start with my card blank. I don't have a bone folder because they're at the show. So let's just use the block to cross that down. The stamp I need is this one, this thin Christmas tree. And I'm going to use my Lost Lagoon. Now, looking to see, just 2 ticks. Right, all my Stampin' Scrubs are at the show. So I'm going to use my chamois. Would normally use my scrub. When you've got brand new stamps, you see when I inked that, they've got like little dots on them. The photopolymer stamps do have like a covering, like a coating on them when you use them for the first time. So it's better when you do it on the scrub, but I'm just going to use it on the chamois just to clean that off. And then I'm going to ink it up again and see if I get a crisper image. Don't know if you can see the difference there, but that's solid coverage, whereas before there was just little dots. So let's do, I'm doing them on these pieces here. So one of them goes here. For the photopolymer as well, it's a good idea to use a foam mat underneath, but I can't because they're all at the show. You're starting to see a pattern here, aren't you? Let's ink this one up. And this one goes down a little bit further. Right there. There we go. I'll need my chamois anyway to clean stuff off in between. So let's pop that back. Anybody else, when they're putting their photopolymer back on the sheet, I like to make sure that they're always lining up with the printed backgrounds at the bottom. I don't know, I'm not really an OCD kind of person usually. Anybody who's seen my craft room knows that tidiness isn't something that I am obsessed over. It is very messy in my craft room most of the time. But when it comes to the stamps, I do like to put them back on the sheets in the right places, because then if I've got a missing one, then it tells me, because I can see that there's a gap. Am I crazy? Well, I know I am slightly crazy, but does anybody else do that as well? Am I the only one who puts them back in the right places? Or do you just put them back wherever? Right, so I've done my stamping. Next thing I need to do is, again, I'm just following the instructions here. We're just doing the kit exactly as it says, because it's been a long day and I don't have a huge amount of brain capacity to try and start doing different things. Let's peel these off. Rub them on your jeans to remove the film. That's a good tip, Paulette. Yes. I haven't worn jeans for quite a long time. I really like these Popsy dresses. They're very, very comfy. And so I live in them. Couldn't tell you the last time I wore jeans. But that would be a good way to get rid of that coating as well. Oh, I forgot to do the sentiment. Let's bring my stamping back out. I'm doing a Merry and a Christmas on one of these red pieces. Let's bring this out. Now, I like that you've got both the Merry Christmas and the Happy Christmas, because I do know people who don't like the term Merry Christmas. They like to use Happy Christmas instead. And so this way you have both options. You can do Happy Christmas or you can do Merry Christmas, however you choose. And I'm just going to line them both up on the stamp at the same time, rather than stamp them individually, because they're both going to be in the same colour. So let's do that like that. Right. Yeah, you see, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's not going to stamp as nicely as I want it to be. Let's just rub it off. I didn't do it for the tiny little snowflake. I know I didn't, but I thought I'd get away with just the really tiny one. But I think especially if you've got solid type stamps, so anything that's got a large surface, I really wanted to do it with a tree. So and I know the instructions said to do Merry Christmas, and I've done Happy Christmas. But you know what? You can do it however you choose. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Go with what's right for you. Let's peel these off. You know, I'm really enjoying photopolymer stamps. Years ago, I was like, no. Red rubber all the way. Why on earth would I want photopolymer? Because I think I was too hung up on the old acrylic stamp. I say old acrylic, you still get a lot of acrylic stamps, but acrylic stamps used to be just such bad quality. You couldn't get a decent stamp on them at all. And they were all these free stamps on the front of magazines. And I've said this before, I think people fell out of love with stamping because all they were using was really cheap or free, poor quality stamps. And so they decided, I can't stamp, and they just stopped. Whereas if you've got good stamps, then you'll get good stamping. Right, my sentiment goes on the centre there. And then for this particular card, I'm using one of those trees, one of these trees, actually two of these ones. There we go. So I turn it over. By the way, in the instructions, it tells you how many foam pads you need per element. So the big tree gets 2, but the other ones just get 1 each. The other thing that's useful is it tells you exactly where to put your foam pads or your glue dots, which isn't so important for this particular design, but it can be for some of the ones that involve different like layering and stuff going in different places. So do you know, I'm doing it in the order they said to do it. I think if you guys are doing this, I would actually recommend that you stick your 3 punched out Christmas trees, these bits, onto that backing bit, and then stick that backing onto the card front onto your card itself. So I think that would be, if when I'm making the rest of these, that's the way I'll do it. But there we go. That is, it's not my first Christmas card of the year, but it's the first card from this set. What do you think? Do you like it? Is that a card you can see yourself making or sending to someone? I think I quite like it. I think that's quite a funky card. So, right. That is the first card from this kit. Which one am I going to do next? Am I going to do the Pretty Peacock or am I going to do the Real Red? I'm looking at the comments to see if anybody voted. I did not see any votes. Is that because you know I'm just going to do both of them anyway? So what's the point in picking one of them before the other one? I'll fold over both card blanks, and if somebody gets in there quickly to say which one they want me to do first, then that's the one I'll do. But Peacock. There we go, Lynn. I will do the Peacock one. Lynn is a good friend of mine who I used to work with, and one of my other friends who is also a Stampin' Up! Demo, the one who really likes the bees. She and I would go into work and we would say, "Oh, I love your top. Is that a peacock top? Oh no, it's Real Red. Oh no, it's a So Saffron top." And some of our colleagues used to get quite frustrated as us talking about things in Stampin' Up! Colours rather than. Now you see, I've done that wrong. That's not the stamp I want here. I want the little stamp. I think 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I'm too busy talking. But yes, at my previous work, they used to say, "Just call it red. You know, it's not cherry cobbler. It's just red." But yeah, but this one, the peacock, that's definitely a peacock blue. I think if you were decorating your house, or even picking a car, it's nice to be able to be precise about colours that you want and shades. I think shades more than colours, because red is red is red, but Real Red versus Cherry Cobbler versus Sweet Sorbet that we looked at earlier, lots of different shades of red, which is beautiful. Right. So these, they're all getting stamped in slightly different places, but the card, I have to say, I said I was going to do all 3 of them, and I will, but the design is very similar. I'm not going to say repetitive, although I just did though, didn't I? It's a very, very similar design. In fact, I might just do all the stamping at the start just to make life slightly easier. I should have done all the sentiments as well while they were all lined up. That would have been smart. Let's look at the third one. Yeah. So it's using the other tree and also stamping in between. So I'm going to stamp all the trees, and then I'll stamp all these little starry snowflake pieces, and then I'll stamp all the sentiments, and then we'll do some assembly. Actually, on the third one, it's saying that I should do it as warm wishes. I'm not. I'm going to keep doing it as a Christmas card, because I have a lot of Christmas cards to send this year. So, might as well get ahead of the game. Make life easy on myself. So it goes here. I quite like these Christmas trees. They're funky designs. I don't often use the stamps from the kits in other capacities, but I really should, because I think these would make really, really fun designs. Let's do that one there. Right, little snowflake next. What do we think? Is this a snowflake or a star? It's hard to tell. It's literally just 3 lines that are all crossing each other. So, could go down as a snowflake, could go down as a star. I think it's open to interpretation. I'm going to say that there's no right or wrong interpretation of that. But I think it's a snowflake. some of them are up in the sky and some of them are down further down below. So honestly, it could be either. Either, both. Maybe it's just a decorative bit in the background. Right, let's get my Happy Christmas out again. What do you folks prefer? Do you prefer Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas? Or does it not matter? Do you just not care? Let me know in the comments if you have a preference one way or the other. I'm going to go with Happy Christmas for just now. And now let's get my sentiments popped out. One in my Granny Apple Green. Everybody who knows me knows that I love Granny Smith apples. So Granny Apple Green is just the perfect colour. You're a merry girl, Karen, are you? Yeah. Merry is nice. I know some people don't like to use merry because they think it's got alcohol connotations, and you know, some people who are very much, you know, too much alcohol or excessive alcohol is bad and shouldn't be done. Some people can be quite strict on these things, which is their choice. That's not a problem as far as I'm concerned. But they think that merry is linked too much to excess consumption of alcohol. So they prefer Happy Christmas. I like both. I know I'm using happy here, but genuinely I don't have a problem with using either Happy Christmas or merry. Julie's merry as well. In fact, she's very merry by the looks of things. What was that I was saying about excess alcohol? No, I'm just teasing. But right, I'm going to close over my ink spot so I don't accidentally stick my elbow in it. I've finished with the stamping phase of this evening. Let's put that in there. And your happy goes on there. There we go. Right. Oh, yes. I said I was going to stick the trees on first, didn't I? Let's do that first. So I've got my card blanks there for my 2 cards. I've got Ali's merry as well. So everybody on the call who's commented, you're all more merry than happy. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. This particular kit, they've clearly come up with a design and then just duplicated that design 3 times, but with slightly different trees. So this kit, I would say, is super easy and quick to put together. This is the sort of kit that you could literally do sitting in front of the TV, not having to concentrate too much. I know that some people don't like the kits because they think it's cheating. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing other beautiful designs. I know many of you are incredibly talented and you spend loads of time designing it and making beautiful creations, and that's wonderful. But there are also plenty of other people who just want something quick and simple, who don't have time, maybe don't have a huge amount of stuff. They just want to make a nice handmade Christmas card. This is the kit that is perfect for those people. For a gift for beginner crafters, for people who want to give it a try and thought, you know what, Christmas is a good time to start making handmade Christmas cards. This would be a perfect kit for those kind of people. Let's see. Yeah. You know the drill at this point. Stick the trees on the card, on the layer, and then stick the layer onto the card front and the sentiment. There's not even any ribbon, bows or anything like that to tie on this one. The glitter on the trees really does lift it and just give it that bit of sparkle. So this is a really simple kit to put together. And if you were so inclined, you could use these bits and you could put them together in a different way. You could adapt the design, you could change it, you could tailor it, you could tweak it, make it something more elaborate if you wanted to, but there's nothing wrong with a simple design. Absolutely nothing at all. Look at some of the cards that you see in the shops. I sometimes browse. I like this, the card selection Marks and Spencer's has. And they've got really nice, what I would call clean and simple cards. Stuff that's just very elegant, very straightforward. And it's okay to make cards like that. Right, let's stick these onto our card blanks. One thing I would make sure that you've put them the right way around. There's a good friend of mine, another demo. I may have told this story before, so apologies if I have, but she asked a friend to do all the inserts for her Christmas cards, just to like cut and stamp them. And that friend did that and did all these inserts. I think there was about 100 of them, and all the inserts were landscape style, but the friend had made her card portrait, so they all looked a little bit bizarre. So please, when you're sticking things onto the front of your card, make sure you're doing it the right way up. Right, here we go. Happy Christmas. And the envelopes to go with them. There we go. Quick and easy. This has been a quick night tonight. That's all 3 of these cards done. Do you have a preference? Which one do you like best? Do you like the pretty peacock, the kind of bluey one? Do you like the real red? Or do you like that first one we did, the Granny Apple Green? They're all very similar, but which colour do you like the best? Which one jumps out at you the most? Let me know in the comments which one's your favourite. And I think we will just wrap it up there. I can't really do much more crafting with you because all my stuff's at the show. If you're coming to the show, just another reminder, stand Kilo 9, K09 is where we'll be. Make sure you get signed up for the make and take slots before they're all gone. They fill up very quickly at the start of the day. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you. I should flip back to me, shouldn't I? Yeah, really looking forward to seeing you. It's going to be a fabulous time. I will post a picture of our stand. We spent all day getting it all set up and making it look fabulous. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. If you're coming to help, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really looking forward to you coming as well. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. Happy crafting. Oh, sorry we'll miss you, Flora. It'll be a shame not to see you. And thanks, Julie. Thanks, Karen. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go for this evening, but take care. Happy crafting. Bye.